Agnes and the Ducks by Marjorie Flack. Once there was a very young little dog whose name was Agnes, because his mother and his father came from Scotland. Although the rest of Agnes was quite small, his head was very large, and so were his feet. Agnes was curious about many things, places and many things. He was curious about what lived under the sofa and in dark corners, and who was the little dog in the mirror. He was curious about things which came apart and those things which don't come apart, such as slippers and gentlemen's suspenders and things like that. Agnes was also curious about things outdoors, but he could not find out much about them because of a leash. The leash was fastened to at one end to the collar around his neck, and at the other end to somebody else. But Agnes was most curious of all about a noise which came from the other side of the large green hedge at the end of the garden. The noise usually sounded like this: quack, quack, quackity, quack. But sometimes it sounded like this: quackity, 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 quack. One day the door between outdoors and indoors was left open by mistake, and out went Agnes without the leash or somebody else. Down the little path he ran until he came to the large green hedge at the end of the garden. He tried to go around it, but it was much too long. He tried to go over it, but it was much too high. So Agnes went under the large green hedge and came out on the other side. There, directly in front of him, were two white ducks. They were marching forward, 1 foot up and 1 foot down. Quack, quack, quackity, quack. Agnes said, "Woof!" Away went the ducks, all of a flutter. Quackity, 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 quackity. Agnes followed after. Soon the ducks stopped by a stone watering trough under a mulberry tree. Agnes stopped too. Each duck dipped a yellow bill into the clear, cool water. Agnes watched. Each duck took a long drink of the cool, clear water. Still Agnes watched. Each duck took another long drink of cool, clear water. Then Agnes said, "Woof!" Away the ducks scuttled. And Agnes lapped the cool, clear water. Birds sang in the mulberry tree. The sun made patterns through the leaves over the grass. The ducks talked together. Quack, quack, quack. Then, hiss! Hiss! The first duck nipped Agnes's tail. Hiss! Hiss! The second duck flapped his wings. Agnes scrambled under the large green hedge, scurried up the little path, scampered into the house, and crawled under the sofa for exactly 3 minutes by the clock. Agnes was not curious about anything at all. The end.